servants who have been out there for us. And I thank our mayor for truly being an ally as we stood together in Brooklyn not that long ago. He hasn't been mayor even that long. We stood together on election night, went up on the stage, put our arms up in the air, and I said, the era of the governor of New York and the mayor of New York City fighting is over. Instead, we fight for people. So he has been an extraordinary ally, and I'm so excited about the next 4 years of how we can continue to lift up this great city and let it achieve its full potential. So thank you, Mayor Adams, for being at my side from the very beginning. We also have the great fortune of having one of the most powerful Democrats in America as our own Senator, Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. He knows where to send that money, and he knows I'm happy to spend it right here. So let's keep that going. Let's make sure he's the Majority Leader heading into January. We also have an incredible congressional delegation. Yvette Clark, Hakeem Jeffries, you are represented by some of the passionate fighters. And I thank my running mates. You've heard my Lieutenant Governor, Antonio Delgado. Oh yeah, he's the real deal. He knows what it means to connect to families and people who've been struggling. And I'm so glad to have him as my partner. We have so many great years ahead of us together. And Tish James, you're going to be hearing from her in a couple minutes. I'd like you to say her name, and she embodies that strength and that courage to lean into adversity and let people know they will get away with nothing in our state. That's what Tish James does. And Tom DiNapoli, one of the hardest working, most dedicated public servants we've ever had in our history. Let's make sure he gets a huge victory as well. Join us here today. I'm getting this feeling that there might be labor in the house. Just guessing. Well, let me just tell you what happens when you harness the power of labor in the state of New York. And we are the most unionized state in America. Let me correct that, but I'm going to get fact checked. I think Hawaii might have a higher percentage. Okay, but above the big states, we have the highest percentage of union workers in America. So let's look at that. But do you know what part of the state has the highest concentration of union workers? I know you want to be frugal, darling, but it is Buffalo. That's where I come from. I know the power of labor, because labor, that union card, helped my family. And I know the struggle of all the immigrants that have found their home here in New York. We're continuing to lift them up. But my own grandparents came here at a time when the sign said, no jobs for the Irish. We'll march in it together. But let's reflect on this. This is our moment to determine who we are. Who we are. Are we a people that takes the torch that was passed to us from the women at Seneca Falls who fought tooth and nail just to be treated like human beings and have the right to vote? Do we take the torch from the people who started the NAACP right here in New York State years ago to march towards civil rights? Do we embrace the torch of those at Stonewall who launched a revolution to give people the right, the LGBT community? We have that torch. The environmental justice movement, we have the torch of those who started that movement years ago here in the state of New York. We have all that, and the labor movement became empowered here. And guess which state had women's right to choose, the right to an abortion, 3 years before Roe v. Wade? That's the state of New York. Here's the question. Do we take those torches passed to all of us by those brave individuals who challenge the tides of their time and march forward with them, glowing even brighter? Or will that torch be extinguished on our watch? No, that's what's on the ballot on Tuesday. That is what's on the ballot on Tuesday. Because we are facing a contrast. There's never been a greater contrast between it. I'm scared too. You're scared, I'm scared. We all should be scared. That's why we're going to win. Because we'll overcome fear with our vote. Don't you worry, we're going to overcome fear with our vote. Here's the question. So I ask you, will you stand with me when we call out white supremacists and the hatred? Will you stand with me when we stand up against extremism and election deniers trying to thwart our democracy? Will you stand with me as we continue the march of progress forward and defend the rights I just described, and particularly a woman's right to determine what happens to her body? And will you stand with me when we make our streets safer and get illegal guns off our streets one day? That's how we win. It's that simple. We take that message out there. And those who say, well, we've never had a woman governor before, we're not sure that fits the right prototype. Is there really a certain type you have to have? Because there's nobody tougher than me. Just try to get in my way. Because I'm a street fighter. I love a good fight. And you know what I love the most? You know what I love the most? I love being underestimated. That's when we win. It sends a message to everyone else. For all those who've been knocked down and spoken against and underestimated and written out. They are the ones who rise up. We rise up on the backs of all of you. And when you march into those pools with all your friends and neighbors, with labor and the clergy who are behind us, and the community activists, and all the Democrats, and the Republican and independent women who say, yeah, I want to have that right to an abortion for myself and my daughters and granddaughters. And we march together and create a coalition that's unstoppable. And then we govern for 4 years with heart and passion. Take this state for the President of the United States. Someone who led our country at a time when the seeds of extremism were just being planted. I will talk about, remember the name Newt Gingrich? Okay. Well, I have to talk to you about the person who had overcome all that, because we talk about what we're dealing with today. All those seeds of division and hatred and divisiveness that is trying to destroy our country. It all started back when our great President Bill Clinton was President of the United States. So he's had to fight back against this. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's seen. And he knows what happens when complacency sets in elections. He saw what happened, as we all did in 2016. When complacency came in. You know what happens when complacency settles in? Complacency can destroy our democracy. Complacency can destroy our voting rights. Complacency can destroy all the rights that we fought for so long. And that's why this is also a fight against complacency. And we show that by proudly walking in, saying, I know my place, because she's been with me, this entire team has been with me up until this day and marching forward. So with that, with the power of all of you, give a huge Brooklyn, New York welcome to the 42nd President of the United States.